Hey folks, just want to clarify a couple things. One more person tells me to get my hair cut get a real job. They're gonna find out what it's like to get a truckload of crap delivered in their driveway that they never asked for. So fresh, if it were any fresher, it'd be in a cow's butt. I grew my hair out to prove a point. You short-haired guys and you short-haired women are the most sexist punks out there. Especially you short-haired guys. Here's why. I talked with the local fire department to get on as a volunteer. Let me tell you something. They said, we ain't hiring you unless you get your hair cut. I said, then there's your answer, because I didn't grow this hair out by saying yes to cutting my hair. So I'll be saying, nope, not cutting my hair. They didn't like that. Alright? I've turned down more opportunities of employment that required cutting my hair than I've turned down jobs that didn't require me to cut hair. I've taken more jobs on that didn't require me to cut my hair than I have that did. In fact, I've never had a job that required me to keep my hair short. Let me explain this to you. I don't wear this hog pin for no reason. Get a really good look at it. That's an actual Harley Owners Group pin. It's pinned to my chest every day to prove a point. I ride a Harley because I like to just go off and do my own thing and not be told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, who to do it with. That's why I'm a small business owner. And on behalf of many other small business owners, I'd like to ask of you, don't ever donate to municipalities. Don't ever donate to the government. Don't ever elect a Democrat again. Democrats have a tight hold in the state of Washington. No, not Washington, D.C., the state of Washington. I ask a big favor of you by doing all that I'm already doing myself. I made donations to Donald Trump, and I'll never donate again outside of the $3 a month he gets. And they're $1. Why? Because I couldn't donate just 2 cents. I might be a member of the Republican National Campaign Committee, but I can tell you right now, government run by Democrats is horrible. I used to be a Democrat. Also used to be a Catholic. I also used to take abuse. I don't anymore. I don't do any of that crap anymore. Okay, this is just one of several business cards I carry on me for one of several of my businesses. Now, it may seem weird to most, but my businesses share common phone numbers for a reason. Now, I do have another favor to ask of you. Shop your local mom and pop shops and small businesses. Stay out of the big box stores as much as possible. You need to vote with your dollars as much as you vote with your ink in your mouth. You talk a big game, but let me tell you something. They got away with killing a lot of people in the past, and they continue to do it every day. I ask another favor of you, and that is to defund the government. The government stalks people all the time. It's happening to me. Why are they stalking me? Because some outrageously jealous former family member of mine won't leave me alone. I bought a bike. He would not leave me alone. My bike is not for sale. Not only that, let me tell you something right now. Ain't no person gonna tell me how to live my life. I'm not gonna work a 40-hour work week for some rich guy who only gives me a small percentage of what I'm making. I love with a passion to flee like them young sex-crazed teens could never fathom. Now, not only that, I've been through the fire before. When I changed religions, the Catholics got really angry with me, and they still are. There's some that are okay with it and accept at least I'm going to church. Not only that, there are a lot of people who are angry with me because I choose to live in poverty right now. You might be wondering, why is that? With all these businesses, why do you live in poverty? It's because they are not big enough to actually be businesses. They're just services that I provide. Okay? And this right here is one of many services I provide to my community. I do gaming. You can find me on YouTube, Pig King Gaming. You can also find me right here on YouTube, where you already found me here, Chef Matt Hammerschmidt. I also have other channels. Farming with Chef Matt is all about farm equipment. It's pretty much like a podcast, where I think aloud and give you my thoughts on various machines. And I also have Matt Hammer Tech, which actually is sustaining itself. I get hundreds of views on that channel. It was originally created to start a new life, and well, now it's just kind of all blended together. All my YouTube channels are all part of me. You may see the Chef Matt Hammerschmidt branded side of me. But unless you're watching all my brands, you're missing parts and pieces of me every opportunity. And over there on the Pig King Gaming channel, that gaming setup over there that I can take with me anywhere to do my recording and whatnot, is how I give information. It's how I talk about things. I'm working on starting up a new channel. Hog Rides with Matt. I'll tell you right now, I see it way too often. Even riding on just the private road I ride on, I see distracted drivers all the time in a rush. As recently as earlier this week, I almost got killed by a distracted driver. It spurred me to make a post and cheating neighbor to neighbor, asking people to please pay attention to what your vehicle is doing and ignore other things. I'm tired of having close calls from people almost running into me for not paying attention. Put on my brakes, a guy almost hit me the other day. Even at the beginning of the week, I was riding around the facility. The guy and I neck and neck. I was doing 10. Guy goes so far around me that he came through the aisle, and two guys were right behind him. It wasn't the first guy that almost got me. It was the second and the third guy. They all knew I was there. You can't miss that loud and proud hog sound. I have to do around 7 to 10 miles an hour minimum to keep that bike on its wheels without it being unstable. People think those of us on Harleys are romping around to make a lot of noise. Nope, it's just the nature of the bikes. They're loud. Deal with it. Accept the fact that we like our bikes loud because we like people to know we're there. We're not allowed to be obnoxious. We're loud because we have to let people know we're there. We don't like it when people damn near kill us on motorcycles. We don't like it when we wreck our bikes. I'll tell you for a fact right now, I'm fed up with the distracted driving going on around me, and y'all need to get your damn phones down, quit watching movies while driving, quit texting grandma, pay attention to the road, for crying out loud. Please, put your electronics down while driving. You don't need to be messing with the radio or messing with your cell phone. No, you need to be focused on the task at hand. Do it for your favorite YouTube content creator who rides a Harley more than he rides his own bed frame. Let me put it this way. I go to bed every night praying for change. The reason distracted drivers say they haven't killed anybody yet is because other people are paying attention and recognizing that other people aren't paying attention and being careful around them. It does not make you a safer driver. It's scary. I'd rather ride on a closed circuit track where I know everyone's paying attention than ride out there on the public roads. I like riding in the private facility I'm riding in right now. I get a very big taste of what it's like out on the open road every day that I ride there. Everything I'm doing is by the books. I'm being stalked by police officers and firefighters because of a crazed fan. Defund the government. You should not have to pay taxes on your wages, only to pay taxes on your income. Only to pay taxes on your bike, your car, whatever have you. Only to have to pay taxes to put fuel in it. Only to have to pay taxes to buy parts for it. Only to have to pay taxes to continue owning it and being able to legally use it on public roads that are being funded by abused funds. There's more roads that I come across that are in worse shape every year than you would ever imagine. They only get worse, and the government says they're going to repair them, but they don't. Your tax dollars are being abused. Vote defund the government. This defund the police movement's a frickin' joke. Seattle is losing their police force because of corruption. Portland is losing their police force because of corruption. Cheney, Washington is about to lose their county firefighters and their local police department because of corruption. Please join me in speaking up for the rights of people to not be stalked by the government. A badge does not give you the right to stalk a man. It only gives you the right to enforce the law on behalf of the government. It gives you no right to stalk people with it. And I'm being stalked by it. I maintain that because it's a fact and it's true. There's a firefighter stalking me. I'm not going to name him. But I can tell you right now, we'll just put it this way. We know each other. And we've known each other for over a decade. His best friend is a detective on the police force. He has his whole frickin' police force underneath him, watching me like a hawk. That firefighter who's stalking me is having all his firefighting buddies stalk me. Quite frankly, they're doing it because I keep catching them committing crimes. In Cheney, Washington, there was a a major crime spree in the year 2019 as well as the year 2018. 2018, 2 police-involved shootings and a murder. The cops did nothing about the murder. They did, continuing on. 2019, and 2018 combined, there were continuous strings of destruction of private property. No one has seen jail time to this day for it. We're almost past the 2/3 way point through the year, and still no justice being served. I called the firefighter out on it who was actually behind it, and he got angry and he called me crazy and a liar. Let me tell you this much. There are many residents in Cheney who are glad to see me around again. I'll tell you right now, defund the government so you can get your rights back and your freedom back that the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and many other documents give you. All these laws do nothing but hinder processes and make things impossible to do. I can't get my driver's license right now because the law requires me to be wearing a mask regardless of whether I'm deathly allergic to them or not. Now, what really irritates me, furthermore, the law requires me to do other things with my business that make it virtually impossible. However, they don't get a dime out of me for taxes at the end of every year. Why? I count all of the taxes I pay down to the penny on everything I buy. Fuel tax. And I put that as a tax deduction because it's a tax. You can't tax a tax. Most people don't know that. I continue to have a 10-year run of only one major audit. And that was the first year I started filing taxes 10 years ago. For 2020, I've had no external income this year, and it shows. The only external income I've had came at a steep price. The ultimate price. Now, those of you out there who think you're going to get money out of me, think again. All that money is just getting invested on things. I need help. I need some additional funding to make ends meet right now. I need some business. I need some customers. Shoot me an email at matt.hammer20@gmail.com if you need someone to change your oil, turn some wrenches, to make a little money in the Cheney area. If you're willing to go out to Cheney to do it, shoot me an email. We'll make it happen. I'll shoot you the coordinates. I'm working on getting stage 2 ready for a go when more money comes in. I'm also looking for a different place to live than where I'm currently living. You'd not believe the things they're doing here. I'm tired of renting. I'm hoping to buy a place. If you're one of my subscribers and you've got a place that you want to sell, but you don't want to make a big listing over it, shoot me an email and I will reach out to my realtor and we will get things going. My budget is it's up to 35 grand, but it has to be reasonable. If you got a single wide that's really crappy on it, but it's got acreage, and you don't want to publicly list it, please reach out to me. Because as soon as that money comes in, I can buy it. And quite honestly, I'm not going to care about having to dismantle the single wide and all that. I've got that budgeted into the price. Thank you all and have a great day, and we'll catch you in another video. Until next time, remember, You're not just voting with your mouth. You're not just voting with your fingertips. You're not just voting with your pens. You're also voting with your dollars. Be careful where you spend those dollars. We'll see you around.